this is the right guy.
Well, he did throw interceptions on 3 consecutive series. Let's watch the highlights, such as they were, of the Panthers and Niners in San Francisco last night. First quarter, no score. Started well for Purdy and company. Almost 9-minute opening drive results in this. Juwan Jennings. Neek, where's the tackling?
I mean, I guess they tried to strip the ball, but Jennings, they couldn't take him down. Get that dance off.
Ooh. 7-0 San Francisco. Next 49er drive after they buried deep in their own territory. J-Mac, how about J.C. Horn?
Undercuts the end cut. This is just beautiful. We need to be talking about DBs more and more the day after a game because we're just out there making plays. Jeff's favorite play from the game.
Well, there were 5 interceptions.
Throw it away from that guy.
We're going to show them all. Jeff, Bryce Young, first down. What is he doing?
Oh, making a very poor decision on the backside. You can't turn it over after you just get a turnover. That. Come on, Bryce.
After that, you know they're not going to win the game. And then it's Purdy again next possession. And here's Mike Jackson with the interception.
It's almost the same as the last play. Slightly different route, but his accuracy was off all game long.
Yeah. And so then the Panthers punt, and now they get it back again. And here's Brock Purdy looking for his favorite receiver, J.C. Horn.
This is an unbelievable play by J.C. Horn.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to be there. It comes all the way across the field. That, for all the kids at home, that's called film study.
Oh, my word. That's called somebody on the other side didn't do their job. Keep his eyes on
credit. Give the defense credit.
So now the Niners in the second half, Jeff, just give it to Christian McCaffrey.
Thank you. Where we should have been in the first quarter. Just keep giving it to this guy. Absolute stud.
The first drive.
Yeah, come on. 30-minute drive. Now we're scoring.
He should have had 10.
31 on the night. And then Graziano, the Panthers do have this terrific rookie receiver, Ted McMillan.
Had as many catches as J.C. Horn did last night.
Yeah, that's a 29-yard touchdown.
He did. That's two. It's two. He had 2 catches.
They go for the 2. They don't get it. Now here's the Panthers. One more chance. It's Young. It's Pick.
Ooh, another
It's
pick.
5 interceptions
DBs, baby.
in this game.
Wow.
Robert Saleh, the defensive coordinator for the 49ers, fired up, and he should be, as the Niners find a way, not a masterpiece, but a win nonetheless. And so they're 8-4. San Francisco in the playoff picture, despite Brock Purdy having thrown 7 interceptions in just 4 games this year. His interception rate, 5.3, second highest in the NFL, which means second worst behind only J.J. McCarthy. But again, despite that, you see they are right there in the 7th spot into the playoffs. Rams sitting atop the NFC. You got the Eagles, Bears, and Bucks, just like we expected, leading the divisions. Seahawks, Packers, Niners, Lions right now on the outside looking in. Carolina, Dallas, we have an eye on all of it, and we'll have more on that as we continue. Now, the Niners' next game is against Cleveland. And so, Graziano, let's run the hurry up. An AFC North quarterback theme beginning in Cleveland. What can we tell us about Shedeur Sanders and the day he had yesterday?
Shedeur Sanders is going to start the next game for the Cleveland Browns, they announced yesterday. He did something that most Browns quarterbacks don't do, which is win the game. And he played well enough that they're gonna run him back out there again and see what he's got the rest of the way. They have to evaluate what they have on their roster. They have 2 first-round picks next year, and they need to know what they're doing at quarterback long-term.
Is this the right decision, Neek?
Yeah, you have to. I think with both these rookie quarterbacks, you have to find out exactly what you have. They're not first-round picks, so you're not going to be committed to them for long-term. You gave Gabriel some time. It didn't work out. Now you need to see if it's possible that Shedeur Sanders is your quarterback of the future with the remaining weeks. And then with the 2 first-round picks after that, then you have some decisions to make.
And let me say this. They didn't have really a run game to speak of. Their defense obviously played lights out. But Shedeur Sanders, in his one game, has the 3 longest completions for the Browns for the entire year. He had a 66, a 52, and a 39-yard pass for a reception.
Right.
This is a season, y'all. This is his first start. He's got the 3 longest completions for the team. He obviously pushed the ball. He earned the right to go start again, which I appreciate. And again, did he beat the world? No, but he did enough to get the win. That's important.
The 66 was a screen.
Hey, count it.
Did you not count? Hey,
you see how accurate the pass was?
Stafford's 1-yard touchdowns is a throwing toutouchdown because he's got like 10. Don't hate on Shedeur. That's dirty.
That's Graziano channeling his inner Kevin Stefanski, who did not want to, didn't even want to acknowledge.
You were on fire right there. You were on fire.
I mean, we all saw it. In the locker room after the game, he's thinking this guy and that guy and this guy. Rookie made his first start. Good job. And over here and over here. I don't know what the hell is going on over there. It can't end soon enough. Go.
That was definitely awkward. For Shedeur, you look at it, and yes, Every play wasn't fantastic, and it's almost crazy to say for Shedeur Sanders, hey, it was a solid game. And I think to your point, Jeff, it was a solid game. They won, and he made some plays. I think that was the big difference. The long one to Isaiah Bond, it's an all-out blitz. He moves to the right, takes care of the guy that they don't block, and throws the ball down the field. I think if you're watching him from last week, he didn't run out of the back of the pocket. He stepped up. He got the ball out on time majority of the afternoon. Were there incompletions? Was there a rookie mistake on the interception? Absolutely. But it was a good performance from Shedeur Sanders.
Positivity. You see that? Let that rub off on the guy to your right.
No. Listen, he took 1 sack. That was my favorite stat of his for the game. Like against Max Crosby and the Raiders, they can sack quarterbacks. So he looked like he belonged. I think it's a no-brainer to run him back out.
He looked like a young developmental quarterback getting his first start. More good than bad, and this candidly should have happened a long time ago. But on we go. Staying in the division, the next update is on Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah, remember that operation where you would draw a card and you'd have to pick the body part out?
Yeah.
So 2 weeks ago, he's on the injury report with a knee. Last week it was an ankle. Yesterday it's a toe. He misses their walkthrough. He's going to play Thursday night. They're managing him through the week, but he's obviously very banged up, and it seems like it's showing up in his performance. He's really not running the ball at all, and they're not generating explosive plays.
If you looked at him since he's come back, he has not looked like Lamar Jackson. And he looks hesitant, and I don't mean that I just mean he's protecting his body, which we all do, right? It matters for him. He understands being there matters, but he is definitely not full strength, full go Lamar Jackson.
Now among the worst in the red zone this year. And those 4 points that they're giving up when they go down there because they're forced to kick so often. Because you'll see in this game, Lamar steps up as if he's going to scramble. And it's him and a linebacker. And rather than choosing to beat the linebacker to the edge, which we know he can do, he tries to shake him and get a couple yards and goes down. And you can see that there's something different about him.
I want to be clear that I understand what you're saying. He had the hamstring, missed multiple weeks of that. What you're saying is since he came back from that, he just hasn't looked like the same player.
No, it's been clear, and I think it shows up most in those important situations where having a superstar quarterback is what puts you over the top.
Yeah.
They don't have one right now.
That's right.
I want to hear from J-Mac, because you did the game against the Jets this weekend. Is the version of the Ravens that we saw on the field Sunday, they may win the division because the division might just be that bad.
Yeah.
But is that a team that has any chance to make a Super Bowl run?
No, that offense is not a Super Bowl contending team right now on that side of the ball. And I think it's not only this past week of watching them against the Jets, it's the last few weeks. They're finding ways to win games, but offensively, they're just not on the same page. There's moments where Mark Andrews right there is running over the middle. It's zone. He's not sitting down. Lamar's expecting him. There's been moments where the offensive line hasn't been able to do their job, and Lamar's taking hits or avoiding sacks. So I think to your point, Nick, there's different moments in that game where what we've seen in the past was the speed and the explosion from Lamar Jackson that we're just not seeing. There's throws that he's missing, but it's the entire offense right now that just looks to be on a different page.
Let me get one more in, because the Ravens will play the Bengals on Thanksgiving night. And Graz, who's playing quarterback for Cincinnati?
Joe Burrow
Here we go,
his
Joe.
toe injury to play for the Bengals on Thursday night in a must-win game, as all of the Bengals' remaining games will be. Burrow back early from his toe injury. Remember, he had a couple of full practices last week. There was even some talk about him possibly playing this past Sunday. That did not happen, but those full practices from last week served to help get him ready for this Thursday night's must-win game against the Ravens.
Jeff, Saturday, I hear people saying they should just shut him down. They're 3-8. What's your reaction to that?
Absolutely not. You're healthy, you play. If you're going to shut him down, you're going to shut every player that you're going to bring back next year. That's not how the NFL works.
Everybody ain't.
Listen, you are healthy, you play. Yeah. It speaks volumes to your locker room, to your community, to This is not Joe Burrow. Ain't that dude. He ain't just going to sit out because if he's healthy, go play. They're 1-8. Without him. I don't care what you get back in that locker room and you show everybody there is a chance. I mean, it's a very small chance, but there is a chance they can win this thing out and go to the playoffs. You do not bench your franchise quarterback because your season's gone bad.
Yeah, I think at this point, while you still have a chance, it's important if your quarterback can play to put him out there. If it gets out of reach, he is your quarterback who also has been quite injury prone. I think there's another conversation to be had. Right now, it's unrealistic, but it's possible. He wants to play, and to your point, point, the culture setting point, that all feels fine and good until something happens. And I know that he can't further re-injure this specific injury, this toe, but Joe Burrow has not been the most durable quarterback in the league since he's gotten there.
What I'm interested in seeing with Joe Burrow back out there on Thursday, all we've talked about was this Bengals defense. And we've said it, unless Burrow's going out there to play safety, it doesn't really matter. But we also know from being in that locker room the amount of hope and belief that one player can bring. I want to see what this Bengals defense looks like on Thursday with Joe Burrow back in the lineup if they can be able to play at a different level.
It's not inconceivable that 9-8 wins that division.
Correct.
So maybe they go on a crazy run. We'll see. They play the Ravens twice starting with this Thursday night.